Curt.
Good morning. I'm Curt,
And I'm Erika,
and
and
we
we
are
are Finding
finding
Home
home
Atlanta,
Atlanta.
a husband and wife real estate team of agents helping you to buy, sell, and invest in the lovely west side of Atlanta, Georgia.
All right. Well, as we said, we're switching things up a little bit. We're shooting Tuesday through Thursday, and we're
Yes.
going to start today with some neighborhood stats.
Okay.
And we're still featuring Adams Park neighborhood.
Yes,
All right.
yes.
So,
And go ahead.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, oh, but no, we were talking about neighborhood stats and.
Oh yes, I was gonna say if you notice we're outside today in the lovely outdoors. We have a paint project, a little DIY going on in our office. But that's why we're outside. But yes, so Kurt's gonna talk to you a little bit about neighborhood stats,
Mhm.
and I'm going to try to help you with the definition of gentrification.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. And okay, so let's jump right in. Let me reach down here and grab my notes. Okay, so neighborhood stats. So let's talk about Atlanta in general. Over the
Mm-hmm.
last 7 days, we had 311 new listings appear. But of course, because of our market and how things are just flying, the inventory
They
is just
really are.
just just getting booked up. We now have out of that 311, 236 homes are pending, and 240 closed.
Okay.
So whenever the new listings is lower than your pendings and close, we're losing inventory. We're losing inventory, and so we're about two to 2.5 months worth of inventory, where typically six is the norm. So it's a hot market. If you're looking to list a home, now's the time. If you're looking to buy a home, now's the time because of our historic low interest rates. We have two clients that we just picked up and signed up, and one had a 3 to 5 interest rate, and the other one was lower than that, three. No, it was low threes.
Low threes,
I
yes.
don't want to just throw out a number there.
But that's a great interest rate, though. 3% in the 3%.
Yes, yes. I
That's an
mean,
excellent
when
level of interest rate. Yeah.
yeah, when we purchased our very first home back in '07, we
Oh
thought we did great
gosh.
at 6.5, and now it's
That's
half that.
double. Yeah, that's crazy. So the interest rates are really low. So when you say we have this many months of inventory, just to for those who may not understand the real estate language, what do you mean by inventory? What do you mean by this is how
Gotcha,
much
gotcha.
inventory is on a market?
Okay, when I say inventory, is meaning how many houses are for sale at any given time, and
Okay.
we're just talking about Metro Atlanta. When I give you those stats, that's 280 within the 285
Mm-hmm.
perimeter, um, right around the area, but outside as well a little bit because again, it's the city of Atlanta where we're using those stats from.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and if we focus in on Adams Park, which we're featuring, we currently have 13 homes that are for sale, and out of those 13, five are pending. So, as we spoke before, that number is shrinking, shrinking, shrinking. Now we have some neighborhoods that are surrounding Adams Park, which we will talk about later on, and maybe next week. So there's more inventory in the area, but just because Adams Park is such a hot spot,
Mm-hmm.
um, it's tough to get in.
Yeah, it is. So thank you for explaining inventory for us. Now, what we were talking about last week, we got some good feedback
Hmm.
about just giving a touch on what gentrification was because today is Trending Tuesday, and if you've been following us and if you've been just reading the paper and being abreast of what's going on in Atlanta,
Hmm.
then you'll know that Atlanta is as there was a report in 2018 that said we were the fourth fastest gentrifying city in the nation in the United States of America,
Hmm.
which is a pretty high ranking statistic. I
Yeah,
mean, that's
I mean,
very
there's a
big.
lot of cities in Atlanta.
There's a
I
lot
mean, a
of
lot of cities in the United States. I said a
there
lot of
are a
cities.
lot of cities in the United States. I can't quite remember the cities that are ahead of us. I know two of them. Which one was Charlotte, North Carolina.
I think
One
one
was
was Washington
Washington
D.C.
D.C. and
What was that other one?
drawing a blank.
What
That
was
other one. Well, let's just say this. Washington, D.C., Charlotte,
it?
North Carolina, and some other city. And Atlanta is the fourth fastest gentrifying city in the
We'll have
nation.
that stat for you tomorrow. Just
Yes, we will. Okay. drawing a blanket, it's okay. It's just lovely. But the point of it is this word gentrification. There's so much surrounding it. So much. There's a lot of negative buzz about it, and I can definitely understand why. What I would like to do today is to just give a little bit of factual information about gentrification in context of the real estate cycle. Now, when I say the real estate cycle, everything has a cycle, right? There's a life cycle for babies, for human beings. Real estate also has a life cycle. First, there's nothing, then there's something, right? People build, and that's what gets the cycle going. So whenever you build a neighborhood, there's no one there yet, right? People come, they buy those homes, or they buy and they rent them. And so now we've got a neighborhood of people. For whatever reason, sometimes people will leave. Some people call it a flight. People will leave a neighborhood. And what happens after that is a decline a lot of the time, because when there isn't a high level of home ownership, well, we know what ownership does. It gives a sense of pride, right? There's people are taking care of things. If you have ownership over something, you're taking care of it. So we're talking about gentrification. If you just tuned in, we're talking about how it fits in the natural cycle of real estate. So again, you build a neighborhood, people buy homes for whatever reason. They stay 20 years, something happens, and they leave. In the case of Atlanta, there was a lot of racial challenges. So a lot of people left certain Atlanta neighborhoods because of the redlining. So if you don't know what redlining is, it's basically, go ahead.
Well, let me say,
not because of redlining.
Not because of redlining.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, that's another topic.
That's another topic.
We'll
get cover on, that. That'll be next week. But people left basically because they were not wanting to integrate. So that had a lot of people leave the neighborhood. So what happened? There was a lot less home ownership. So if people aren't taking care of their properties, what's happening? Other people are happy to come in and maybe not take care of them so well.
Yeah, sometimes you have what happens in that case when you have a lot of tenant situations and landlords aren't keeping up with properties. That also helps.
You're so right.
Cause blight. So it's not just the people that are moving into these new areas that are saying, during those flight situations, it's many factors.
Many factors, yeah.
And so when we get into the gentrification part, where the neighborhood goes from a downturn to an upward swing, which is typically always good for a neighborhood because you have more resources coming into that area. You have amenities, home values begin to rise just because homes are being fixed up. Schools also improve. What usually is a negative connotation is the culture of the people that have occupied the area tend to be, what would be the right word? Not dismissed, but not appreciated. There's a lot of change, and the people that are already there can get displaced easily because of rises in taxes. We have just certain elements that restaurants and places where people eat and gather tend to be bought out and replaced by the newcomers. And that's not always an issue of race per se, but just a different culture. So when you move into an area, you want to,
and that what he described as gentrification.
Yes.
And so that's what we're talking about today. So go ahead. When you move into an area, you want to,
just learn the lay of the land. What's going on? Who's there? Why are they there, and what they do, so that you can sort of, I guess the word would be integrate, and create a culture that's beneficial for everyone.
Yeah, and so as real estate agents, so we love what we do. We are good at what we do. We're going to share some client reviews based on our client reviews. Like we've got great reviews, and we love what we do. But we also have a heart of, we care about people. That's why we are named Finding Home Atlanta. We want to help people find home. And so when we talk about gentrification, we, from a real estate agent professional standpoint, we understand it's a part of the natural real estate cycle. And as Curt said, there's a lot of positive things that go on with gentrification. For example, blight is the stage prior to gentrification, blight and then redevelopment. So blight is when you have a lot of empty homes. A lot of times there's crime. There's a lot of sometimes just I'll just say crime. A lot of things can happen when there are empty homes and no one's supervising. And then, we've got a lot of minors. There's just so many things that can happen in a blighted neighborhood. So we don't want that. We do want an upturn. So in a sense, we do want gentrification, but I think the negative parts of gentrification, like Curt said, is if you are coming to move to a neighborhood, you want to integrate, be a part, add to, not erase.
Yeah, and we might be able to do a case study. There was one city on the east side that it's a lovely place to live, but things happen very, very quickly. Old Fourth Ward.
Oh yeah, that was definitely a quick
we'll maybe
turn.
Highlight that a little bit later as a case study of how things are, how city planners are trying to make a smoother transition.
Yes, because I mean, Atlanta has such, you don't want to completely, just wipe out. That's
or just displace
and dismiss and wipe out. It would be lovely to see some integrated things, and I think the city of Atlanta has definitely made some strides. Especially, they've paid attention. We have paid attention. Being the fourth fastest gentrifying city in the nation, we've paid attention, and there were some initiatives specifically put in place to allow for multi-income housing. So I think that was a lovely move by the city of Atlanta to specifically put homes in place that are only available to be purchased by people within this income bracket, that income bracket. And that's the kind of gentrification that I think that is more healthy. When you see a variety of different socioeconomic classes, you're also preserving some of the positive cultures and heritage that you find. So we can talk about this all day. It's like my favorite topic, but we got to move on.
Move on.
So, but we now, the final stage is, if I can go ahead, and again, we're out here loving and enjoying the sun, because yes, our office is being painted. And now Curt is going to take some time to show you our real estate page where you can download our app. Please download it. Curt, tell them how they can reach you.
All right. Again, just go to our website at findinghomeatlanta.com. And once you arrive, you will see the big search bar in the middle, some lovely families who have found home.
Yes.
And in your upper right-hand corner, there is the Finding Home Atlanta, the wording there, and you click on it, and you will see download our app. Once you click on download our app, there'll be an option for you to type in your telephone number, and a link will be sent directly to your cell phone where you can download the app. And once there, you download the app, you can search, you have contact with us. There's some also key features about there's Keller Mortgage. If you have not been pre-approved yet, we have a seller's guide if you're looking to sell your home, and a buyer's guide. So it takes you step by step all the way through from getting pre-approved to doing your home search, inspections, appraisals, and we can work together through the app in order to keep a list on, okay, this has been covered, that has been covered. We check it off. It's just a great tool in the home buying or selling process, because the same items are repeated, from taking offers, reviewing those offers. We'll give you personalized recommendations on how to analyze that, but all that is featured in the app, as well as searching for the home. So it's more than just a search tool. It's a communication tool. It's a guide. It's just a fun way to know what's going on.
I would have to agree with you. And so that you can find that at, like I said, findinghomeatlanta.com. Main menu, download app, then click download app again. Curt, can you tell them how they can reach you?
Oh, yes. You can reach me at us. 678-310-4392. Again, that's 678-310-4392. We have two different emails. One is Curt, Curt, at findinghomeatlanta.com.
And
And
mine is Erika, Erika, at Finding Home Atlanta. And home is singular, not plural. Again, just
yeah.
for a recap, we gave you some neighborhood stats on Atlanta, what's happening in the market. We talked a little bit about gentrification. We talked about historic low interest rates
Yeah.
and how it's a seller's market, but it's also a buyer's market because we've got the right amount of inventory or homes for sale for sellers to have success, but we also have the right interest rates for buyers to have success. That's it for our show today. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow
All
for
right.
our Wednesday feature. Thanks so much for tuning in.
See you guys later.
Bye bye.